Hello everyone, just continuing another part of Crash Team Racing. I think this is technically the fourth part, but the last time I tried to play it didn't really go too well as the stream video kept cutting out. Just going to double check and make sure the stream information's all okay. Oh, 0 other people playing Crash Team Racing at the minute on Twitch. So yeah, stream info all looks fine. So last time I played, I think I completed one of the tracks that I needed to complete. But this is certainly one of the harder tracks. I don't know if I've got the right character, because it's tight, windy roads, and this is a character that's not very good with turning. So I wonder whether I need to change my character. However, there is shortcuts. If I can actually do them properly. There is shortcuts which will help. So I think I could do it. But if I wasn't to use the shortcuts, I don't think this would be the right character. Because I have to brake all the time. You shouldn't really have to brake. How could someone hit me with a missile when I'm in last place? Boosters, that's not going to help. The person in first must be quite far ahead. Drop down from second all the way to 6th. Just because you were hit once. Wow, the person in first was 9 seconds ahead of the person in second. Coco Bandicoot is 9 seconds ahead of Bua. Let's see if I adjust the camera a little bit. I'm not adjusting it too much, no. Yeah. It's a bit high. That's better. I swear every single race I do, I get hit by a missile on the first corner. Oh, that's unfair. I was already past it. And now I'm hit by a missile. Final lap and I'm in last place. Maybe I do need to change my character. Give it another go, and then maybe I'll change the character after that.
I'll fry you!
Again, every single time. Hit by a missile. Yeah, definitely if I don't do this time, I'm changing character. It'd be nice to play as different characters as well. Because I've only really played as Dingodile. What's going to get eaten?
I'll fry you!
Just took a look at the map and the races are very, very far apart. Oh yeah, let's definitely change character. Don't feel like I'm ever gonna get any better. I hope people have had a good day today. My day's not been too bad. I went out to a meeting with some of the managers and spoke about what I do and what they can do to help me. It was quite good actually. It's nice to get out of the house. It was about an hour and a half's drive roughly as well, so I was able to listen to some podcasts in the car. Right, so So what I'm currently using is Dingodile. There is full speed, poor acceleration and poor turning. So I could use the chicken, who's relatively good speed. He's probably the best one. I don't want to use Spyro. don't think I want to use Baby Crash. Definitely not Zem, nor Geary, nor Entrance. No, I don't think I want to use... I mean, what I might do is just use the chicken, and I can sort of work out if I need to go with someone who's a bit slower. Crunch Bandicoot. Because, I mean, in theory, Ripperoo could be a good person to use. He's got full turning, as has Pura and Polar. Just making sure there's not anyone else that stands out. Okay, let's go for the chicken. Let's go Chick.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Sounds like he's going to be irritating though, but... Do the bodies make a difference? No, it doesn't really look like it. I'm going to keep that the same. Okay, we are now the chicken. Hopefully he doesn't make noises like those rubber chickens you can buy that you see everywhere all over the internet. That'll be irritating. I get the impression he's a commentator.
What gives you that impression?
Because he's wearing headphones.
And he's got a microphone.
And he's got a microphone, yeah. Or he's like a presenter, I don't know. If he's a commentator, then why is he racing?
Mm-hmm.
He should be commentating.
Maybe he commentates as he races.
I think that's probably what's going to happen. He is doing the 100.
Watch the feathers, friend!
Oh, he's much better to drive though. I am not going anywhere near as fast, but I can do these corners properly.
Holy hand!
Come on. That's unfair. I'm almost tempted to start this again.
Chickens can fly!
Also, another positive from today is that our heating seems to have worked all day. Maybe it's something to do when we have baths, because I've just had a bath.
Chick Gizzard Lips overtakes the competition!
It does seem to be after baths. Right, let's restart. It does seem to be after baths that things cut out. We have someone coming to look at the boiler anyway on Thursday. Say holy hen. What boy character? I don't remember him in any of the games. The annoying thing about this level is not only is it the hardest one, I would say, at least in this world, it's also, I think, the level that you have to face the boss for this world, Papu Papu. He's a big, fat, tribal guy. Start again.
Lips overtakes the competition.
Chick Gizzard. Is that his name, is it? Chick Gizzard. Right. Maybe I was better to stay with Dingodile. I feel like I was doing better with Dingodile.
This chicken can drive.
Yeah, Polar was my next choice. I haven't done this on hard mode before though, so it would have been on medium. No! Oh, let me start again. I like the carts that have something cool coming out of the back of them as well. The red cart that's in front of me looks cool. Why doesn't my cart do that?
Chick Gizzard Lips overtakes the competition.
Why isn't Chick Gizzard's cart look cool?
A wasted effort.
These are the worst weapons as well in this game. The bombs. Like green shells in America.
Wow. Watch the feathers, friend. A valiant attempt to be sure. Holy hand.
Ah. Yeah, they'll do a change to Polar. Oh my god. I don't think I've got top 4 on this level yet.
A wasted effort.
I'm not getting top 4 this time either, 5th place.
A loss? This is unprecedented, folks.
Right, let's change character. Let's go to Polar. I just don't think he's fast enough. Chick Gizzard.
Chick Hicks.
No, not Chick Hicks. He's the second best chick. So I don't know if Polar is the best one.
What about the shark?
Shark?
Yeah.
I need someone. I mean, I can try Polar. I'll go Pura rather than Polar. Got good turning, so we'll see. tracks take a while to load in this game. By the way, just to clarify, this is on hard mode. So that's why it's taking me so long to complete tracks. Or at least that's my excuse. Well, this is not going particularly well. Start again. I wonder if it's actually possible to get an item on from the first item boxes. Come on. Another thing I should probably be thinking about doing is getting more apples. I purposely made sure I was to the right that time for that to not happen, but it still did. Well, I'm trying to time everything right. How did I get the item so quickly? It takes me ages to get my item. Okay, if I jump that bit, then I avoid the piranha plant thing. The rip-off of Mario plant. Being a supply trap. I mean, it was going well. At least I think it was. place, but not as far away from first, so I have been. Try again. Yeah, I wanted to mention... Let me start again. I wanted to mention some of the podcasts that I've been listening to on the stream. I'll do it after this race, because it's really, really good. And I would recommend it to people. But I can't remember the name of the person whose podcast it is. Basically, he's like a Louis Theroux style presenter who is impartial. I mean, Louis Theroux maybe isn't really that impartial. He kind of makes sarcastic comments quite a lot, but this person's impartial. And he's done a podcast series on controversies, and he's got a new series out, which is the second series, but I just listened to the first one, just finished it, and there's a lot of amazing stories within it. One of the episodes I listened to on the way to my work thing today was around a gentleman called Isaac Cappy, who was in the film Thor. He was in Terminator. So in Thor, he only played a pet shop clerk, but they played a snippet of the film, and Chris Hemsworth comes in and asks for a horse. He says, "We don't sell horses here, we just sell small animals." And yeah, he plays that character essentially. But that's annoying. I second, although I think I'm quite far away from first, but still. Basically, he stopped getting acting work around after Thor, and he got deeper and deeper into conspiracy theories, especially one called Pizza something, where essentially he felt that certain Hollywood celebrities were part of a paedophile ring, and they were keeping children locked away and raping them within this pizza parlour. So he got really into that theory and actively tried to expose these celebrities who were part of this ring, because he was friends with a lot of celebrities. Like, he was friends with Paris Jackson, Macaulay Culkin, but they wouldn't name on the podcast, they wouldn't name the person who he mainly accused. Basically, the story is he was at this celebrity's house and with his wife, and they heard him. He was talking to them about this conspiracy theory, and they said, "Oh yeah, you're right. Behind this fake wall, we've got people downstairs who were trapped." Obviously joking, but he thought they were being serious. So he then goes on radio and puts this celebrity on blast, essentially, for apparently having children in a dungeon. The celebrity, I later found out, because they wouldn't say it on the podcast, I looked at it online when I got to the place where I was going. It was Seth Green. Who was the person that had joked with him, who he had accused of having children in a spare room. And yeah, basically he got so lost in this, he almost become a laughing stock to a lot of people, but a lot of people also saw him as like a hero who was exposing the truth. He was part of Q Anonymous, and eventually there was rumours of suicide, and he was sitting on a bridge where two passers-by saw him, and his family believed that they sort of startled him and he then fell off the bridge, but obviously there's rumours it could be suicide that he done. But that then led to someone else picking up on his story and believing it, and then it escalated further to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump used this person who was using Isaac Kappy as almost like a scapegoat for QAnon's beliefs, and yeah, just escalated further. It's really fascinating listening. I would recommend that podcast. The name of the podcast was, let me have a look. It's John Ronson's podcast, Things That Fell Apart. Yeah, really good. Essentially, it's talking about conflicts from the internet. Like, there's someone who was the first person who was trolled on the internet mentioned. There was a really good story about a priest who, in the 80s, was a gay priest who got AIDS, sadly, and the evangelical church, there was a lady, I can't remember what her name was, but she's played in a film by Jessica Chastain, and basically she interviews this priest with AIDS, and they're like two opposing beliefs, because essentially evangelical Christians don't believe in homosexuality, especially when it's related to a priest. And she interviews him, and she's very kind towards him. She starts the interview in a very awkward way, because she asks him, have you ever had sexual activities with a woman at all? And he says, small things but nothing major. And then she says, well, what about if you just give women a chance? And he says, I'm inclined to like men rather than women. And she says a few more awkward things, but eventually she gets to the point where she asks him, do you sort of get marginalised as a priest with AIDS? And he explains that at his friend's house he can't go to the toilet, they won't let him go to the toilet. If he has a drink at his friend's house, they go and wash the cup straight away after he's drunk from it, because they're worried about catching something from him. And she then gets very upset by it and basically says this isn't how Christians should treat other Christians. And he gets a bit emotional about it as well, and says thank you to her, because he feels like he's been listened to. And he gets very ill as well. He's still alive today, as far as I know. He was in 2021 anyway, based on this podcast. But he's actually the longest surviving person with AIDS. He's had it since the 80s. Still 10 seconds away from first place. How's first place 10 seconds ahead of second? But yeah, he's had it since the 80s. He's still living now, whereas she's passed away. And it was just quite an interesting story of how two opposing beliefs can come together. And there was another story, a woman who was accused of she was in charge of a daycare centre, and she was accused of child molestation, but falsely accused. A lot of the media was sort of persuading the children to say certain things, and this was at the advent of daycare in America, so there wasn't really any daycare prior to this in America, and the thought as to why this was being done is because parents are feeling guilty that they were giving up their children to go to work, feeling guilty in using the daycare services. But this poor woman was falsely accused, and it was like a witch hunt on her, and it ruined her career, even though she was falsely accused. And the interesting thing about the podcast, because it's all about people being marginalised and segregated and singled out for something. Actually, this happens to the presenter of the podcast. His book was used in a educational setting in America, and the parents of the children within this educational setting were angry that his book was being used because they felt like it was very inappropriate. They got a clipping of someone, and she was saying that any teachers who teach this to their parents should be ashamed. They should lose their jobs. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be doing this. They shouldn't be teaching this to children of a certain age. There's nothing wrong with the book. It was just showing how people can be marginalised for having certain opinions. And yeah, he got marginalised. The teachers who gave out the books lost their jobs. However, there was a backlash, and the other parents within the school got them reinstated, but the principal never got his job back. All because they were teaching a book that parents didn't like. And I suppose that's kind of the object of the podcast, in that it just shows what some people can do if they've got it in their mind they want to stop something. But yeah, I found it really fascinating. I haven't listened to the second series. I'm 7th place. I'm going to listen to the second series probably tomorrow, or at least some of it while I'm working. But yeah, definitely would recommend listening to that. Especially the episode around Isaac Cappy, and the episode with the priest who had AIDS. Both of those are really good episodes. And then the final, there's a bonus episode at the end of it on Spotify as well, and it's with Louis Theroux. So Louis Theroux comes in and interviews the interviewer about how he got all these stories and things. So I'm going to try and look into more information about Jon Ronson, because I quite like him. It's a bit different to what I usually listen to. It's usually the rest is football, the rest is history, the rest is entertainment, there'd be overlap. Yeah, I don't really listen to Parenting Hell that much anymore though. Although I do enjoy it, it's just I listen to other things more. Parenting Hell, when it's a good episode, is very, very funny. Essentially, it's just Bob Beckett laughing at Josh Whittaker. If Josh Whittaker's had a really bad day, because Josh Whittaker can't handle the pressures of parenting as well as what Beckett can. And I think he struggles to survive sometimes. But yeah, it is funny. I should really get back into it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with 4 either. Maybe I should go back to Dingodile and just try and master the turns. I mean, maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, because I've got my highest position with Tora. I've got 2nd. But I just feel like I'm always 10 seconds behind. I mean, I could always try a different character. I haven't really looked at a character with good acceleration, and maybe that's what I should be listening to looking for. But I am looking for more podcast recommendations, so if anyone would like to send me a podcast recommendation, I'd appreciate it. I've listened to crime podcasts in the past, they're usually pretty good listen. What was there's a murderer one that we used to listen to, I think it's How to... No, is it Making a Murderer? I can't remember. How to Murder a Podcast, that's it. That's a really good podcast as well. Again, it can be a little bit hit and miss. If they've got a good killer that they're focusing on, then it's a good, interesting listen. Plus, they're a bit humorous about it. So they're not just telling the story. That's another good podcast to listen to. I think we used to listen to that in the garden when the kids were running about. Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't have known anything that was being said. They were too young at the time. I hope. Okay, this is a possibility. Crossing the lap in first with 10 apples. Admittedly now I'm second. Come on, you just got hit by TNT. Okay, drop down to third. I can really do with a boost for the worst possible one. That not happening as well. Still quite high up though, on third. So it's not third on the second lap. I can't really complain, although I did want those apples. I'm not going to do it, but I'm quite happy with that lap. If I had a bit more luck, I might have been able to get there. I'd be interested to see if I'm 10 seconds behind first, because I feel like I shouldn't be. No, 4 seconds. Okay, that's a bit better. Even though I finished 5th in the end, at least I'm getting nearer to first. I think I'll probably continue with Paw Paw for a little while. Maybe it's just getting used to the track. I'd rather not try and do this track for an hour though if I can help it. I'm going to go on to play some Kingdom Hearts after this. At the minute I'm playing a level based on the film Hercules, which I did see an image, I don't know if it's real or not, but they're doing a live action Hercules I think. Have you seen that, Jess? Yes. Jess is asleep. So they're doing a live action Hercules, and there's a picture of, I think, Michael B. Jordan, who would be playing Hercules. I don't know much about Michael B. Jordan, I don't know if that's a good person to cast as Hercules or not. I mean, to be fair, the character Hercules is kind of dry. It's not like a big amount of acting involved. I think the film hinges on Hades and Bill and even Meg. Because Meg's quite a strong female character. So I guess if they cast those characters right, it doesn't really matter about Hercules. But I don't know much about Michael B. Jordan. I've never seen Creed. I don't really know what else he's in. Again, I don't know if that's entirely accurate, the image that I saw. I don't know if they actually are doing a live-action Hercules or not. Start again. I don't think they're going to beat the first film anyway. But yeah, going to do some Kingdom Hearts after this. Hopefully going to finish the Hercules world, and then we can see what next Disney World there is. I have a feeling I know, because I have played the game before a while ago. And if it's the one I'm thinking it is, then it's a good one for anyone who likes Disney princesses. And it's a good one for me because one of the kids used to love that film. So, and I quite like it as well. If it is the one I think it is, I must hit my own file. I don't know how I got between those two boxes. If anyone is watching and would like to pop a chat in the box, please do. No, Jess is asleep. I'm a bit lonely. Plus, I'm not feeling I'm making much progress on this. I had a good lap, a good race. Oh, I'm not even finished. Tomorrow is my daughter going back to school, preschool. She goes in on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But she didn't go in last week because of my son's illness. We tried to get her in there on the Thursday, but I went to the manager of the preschool and just said my son's in hospital at the minute because of a viral illness, and I think her eyes sparked up to think, oh no. So 2 hours later we got a phone call saying, can you pick her up please, because she's got high temperature. We got home, checked her temperature, obviously nothing wrong with it. So we think they were just overcautious. I've just seen Save46 has given me a follow. Thank you so much if you're still watching, I really appreciate it. I've just given you a follow back as well. I don't get any notifications that come up on my screen when I have followers, so I get the chat messages, but nothing comes up when I've got followers. I need to get that sorted out somehow, but I stream through the PS5, so I don't really know how to overcome that issue. But yeah, Save46, thank you so much for the follow, I really appreciate it. Please feel free to chat if you are still watching. I'll give it another 10 minutes or so, I think, on Crash Team Racing. And then I'll go on to Kingdom Hearts. I don't want to be playing games too late tonight. I'm working from home tomorrow, but I quite like a good sleep tonight. The last 2 sleeps haven't been too bad, but I've got to get up early to take the children to grandparents' so I don't really get full sleep, or what I would call a full sleep. Plus, when I go to bed now, I usually watch some other people's streams for a bit and chat on their streams, just because I want to. If I expect it from people on my streams, then I should do it to other people's. So I try and support other streams who don't have a load of viewers. Everyone's got to start somewhere, haven't they? I don't know what that golden apple actually does. Okay, this isn't going too badly. I should have kept it. This is what I need to learn. I should keep those rubbish items rather than just giving them up straight away. I mean, I class them as rubbish items, but other people might think they're good items. So we're up to third, but it looks like first and second are quite far ahead, sadly. I'm not even sure if that is actually a proper shortcut, or whether the benefit of that is just getting apples. 12 seconds behind that. Right, I'm gonna change character again, I think. I don't know who to yet. I don't know whether to go with someone with good acceleration. Because I've done Pawpaw now, I've done Dingodile, and I've done the chicken. So maybe I need to go with someone. Let's have a look. So no, Spyro matches Dingodile. Maybe I need to go with the shark guy. I mean, ideally I wouldn't go with the shark guy because I don't really like him. Geary matches Chick. Okay, let's just go for the weird shark. Did anyone ever watch that? It's a kids shark program. What was it called? I wanted to say Sharky and George, but I think Sharky and George was. Well, it wasn't based on a shark, obviously, but I think it was. They were crime fighters or crime busters of the sea, weren't they? Sharky and George. But there was like these weird shark mechanism things, I think. Can't really remember very well, to be fair. But I used to like them when I was a kid. I'll probably give it a couple of tries with Shark Boy. And then, go on Kingdom Hearts. Another good program when I was a kid was Biker Mice from Mars. I had action figures of Biker Mice from Mars. I think they were worth the money now. What's he got a different Aku to everyone else for? He's... Okay, so I'm going to fly off the side of the track with him. which might be a problem. I like how he jumps off the part when he goes over a jump. It's like a starfish. I might be preempting it, but I don't think he's the right character to use. I know I've only done a lap and a half with him, but he's not really doing it for me at the minute. Although he can't half fly. That's the way to do it. Well, that was not good, was it? I think I might go back to Dingodile and just try once more with Dingodile and see where it gets me. I don't think there's any harm in doing that. Just to see if I can do... Just to see if I can do it on my final try. Nope.
Dingo, dingo, dingo!
Does this change anything? I'm going to get my sunglasses, why not? Sunglasses in neon green. Pretty cool. Right, last try. Last time I played Crash Team Racing, when I said last try, I'd done the track. So no pressure.
I'll fry yous!
I think I'm going to try and get the apples as quick as possible. I think that will help. Okay, this isn't too bad. However, first and second aren't that far ahead. So that was second now. That didn't help. Should have kept it. Guess that's 24.
Super.
Still 9 seconds. Right, I'm going to have to admit defeat, I think, and come back to it another time. So I'll have a look and see what's available on to buy on the store, and then move on to Kingdom Hearts 3 for an hour or so. Disappointing I didn't get a track done, but it is on hard mode and it is going to take me some time to get through all the tracks. So I've got 1858, so I can get Jelly Pack, whatever that is. Ebenezer Von Clutch. Pure Pressurizer Cart Set. I've got to get Ebenezer Von Clutch, haven't I, surely? I'll get Ebenezer Von Clutch. Maybe he'll help me get that level completed. Can't afford anything else though. Okay. Right, so I'll end the stream there. I'll come back on in about 2 or 3 minutes to play some Kingdom Hearts. Thank you for watching. And if you'd like, please head over to Cozy Gaming YouTube channel, Cozy_Gaming 2023. I try to upload videos every day at 8 PM. However, I haven't uploaded one for today, but I will be uploading other playthroughs that I've been completing through Twitch. So if you'd like to see the previous episodes of my Crash Team Racing playthrough, you can find them on YouTube at Cozy_Gaming 2023. So I'll end the stream here. I'll come back in a couple of minutes to play some Kingdom Hearts. Thank you so much.